Imagine this. There's a beautiful countryside. There's a nice little warm house with a bunch of children running around. And you know, they have their mom who's like their caretaker who feeds them and bathes them, and they run around and play all the time. And you know, the mom has to teach them, so they take tests for education, and everything is all warm and sweet and beautiful. And then, when the kids become of a certain age, they get eaten by demons. That is The Promised Neverland. The Promised Neverland is an anime series that recently ended with its first season a few weeks ago and did recently get renewed for more. And basically what I described is the first episode, basically what the plot of the show is. Essentially there are 3 children who are growing up on this very nice farm. You know, it's beautiful, the weather's always nice, there's like grass and this house and their mom, they be sweet, and they play games and tag. And one night they realized that one of their friends, you know, got adopted, because the ruse is that this is an orphanage. And when the child was adopted, she left her teddy bear behind. So her friends go and take the teddy bear to her, when in their horror they find that she is dead, like been murdered, and that she is to be a feast for a series of monstrous demons. What makes this show so good is that it's kind of like Death Note, where it's not really a battle of strength, it's a battle of wit. So the 3 characters, Norman, Emma, and Ray, each have their own traits and qualities, and they work very well together as a team. And their goal is, because they're the oldest, their goal is to escape the house and, you know, be free, escape, and essentially not get eaten by these monsters. And of course, you know, the mother knows, the mother is fully aware of what she's doing, and that she is killing these children. She's raising them till about, you know, age 12 or 14, depending on the size of their brain, because I guess the brain is the most tastiest part of these kids. It's a very interesting concept that I find is disturbingly relatable to some degree. You know, as a human being, I feel like, you know, being at the top of the food chain is all fine and dandy, but imagine if there was something else that preyed on humans. That's kind of scary, and especially when you're a child, you don't have the physical strength to defend yourself. Yeah, that's very stressful and really makes the show enjoyable. One of the other things too that I find fascinating is the main villain, or the main antagonist of the first season, the mother, Isabella. So through backstory, we see that Isabella was just like them. So essentially, there's some sort of hierarchy where demons are essentially just feeding on humans. And Isabella either had the choice to be eaten at like 12 or 13, or she had the option to become a mom herself, live, and raise children, so that was her choice. But even though she is essentially feeding these children, you know, she does feel a strange connection. Like, it's revealed that Ray, the black-haired boy, is actually her biological son. So I guess, you know, through some part of the mother's training, they had to give birth. And for some strange reason, it ended up that Ray was the boy that was on her farm. But the show itself, though, is an excellent battle of wits. Like I said, it is very similar to Death Note, where it's not a battle of, like, you know, punching or energy blast. It's a battle of, okay, what's my next opponent's move going to be, and what do I need to do to counter it? It's dark, it's very intense, it's like really, really nail-bitey, especially towards the end of the first season. But I gotta say, Promised Neverland is an awesome, awesome experience. I would highly recommend seeing it. You don't want to miss out on this. I know that the manga is out, so if you want to support it, you go read the manga and buy the books. But Season 2 of the anime will be coming. And, ooh, I just can't wait. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an episode of Kirk Talk, and I will see you in the next one.